Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Catherine. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe down below. Today is day 19 of Vlogmas, and I can't do like an actual vlog today, but here's the reason why. I have an explanation for you guys. So it's currently 11:45. I have to be at work at 2:30. The road that I normally take to go to work is like a 10-minute drive, but the entire road is shut down. So I have to go the long way to work, which will take about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes to get there. So I have to leave like even earlier, and it's the Christmas season and I work at a mall, so it's gonna take a lot of time to park. And I close tonight, which means I won't get home until like 11:30, and I open tomorrow morning, which means I have to leave my house no later than 7:30. Like the second I leave my house to go to work, I don't have any time to edit and upload, and then I don't get home from work tomorrow until like 3-ish. Well, like a little bit after 3 actually. So I wanted to do a video where it was more like me getting ready, like a chit chat get ready with you guys, instead of like a whole vlog for the day, because I literally only have like an hour to completely film this video, get ready, edit this video, and leave. I'm also still uploading my video for yesterday right now. It's uploading on my computer. So I'm kind of like everywhere right now, to say the least. But I was gonna do a chit chat get ready with you guys about like how I feel about college. I'm also in my pajamas, in case you're wondering. I'm washing clothes right now so I can get ready to go to work. But essentially, I am a sophomore graphic design major at Drexel University. So we have terms instead of semesters, and I just finished my fall term, so my 4th term at Drexel just this past week or so. I just came. Also, all of my makeup is currently in this makeup bag because all of the rest of my makeup is at school, because I pretty much live at school now because I'm a full-time Drexel student essentially. So instead of having summer vacation, I'm going to be like at school, and I feel like it should be interesting. Like, I don't mind going to school that much, but like it will be kind of annoying that all my friends from home are all gonna be home and like hanging out, and then I'm gonna still be at school. But I'm gonna be in Philadelphia, so that should be really fun. I'm excited to stay there for the summer because I was like, last year it just started to get warm like the last couple weeks of classes, but that was also during like final season crunch time. So I couldn't really like go out and like explore the city in the summer time. So I'm excited to do it now over the summer. And my roommate actually just switched her major. My roommate also has a YouTube channel. I'll make sure to link it down below. Her name is CatherineMaeYT. A lot of people know her, and it's kind of funny because like they'll come up to her on campus and they'll be like, oh my god, are you CatherineMaeYT? And like, she had people take pictures with her before, and I was like, this is the cutest thing ever. She's like Drexel famous and she doesn't even know it. But essentially, so my roommate's gonna be there. I also have 2 other roommates, Regina and Noman. And they're gonna be on co-op because they're both 5-year students. Me and Sydney are both 4-year students. So there's a potential that they might not be in the city. And then one of our other friends, Annie, she's also a 5-year student, and she's gonna be going on co-op, but she doesn't want to stay in the city. So it's gonna be sad to see, like, to just be at Drexel without her there. But then the next year when she's gonna be on co-op, I'm also gonna be on co-op, like junior year, because I have a spring summer co-op. In case you see me looking down, my mirror is like right here. So that's why I'm looking down here. I'm just gonna like kind of talk about each of my classes and how I feel about them. Instead of taking photo this past term, since I already took it, I took a sociology class. So me and my roommate, we're both in sociology. Well, we took sociology at the same time. We had different professors at different times though. So mine was an 8 a.m. class, and hers was like at 2 p.m. I think. And like, that's cool. but her sociology professor was like a lot harder than mine was. Like my class, everything was online. Tests, quizzes, final, midterm, everything was all online. And like we submitted our homework online and everything. So mine was a lot easier. She had to do her final during finals week. Mine was during week 11 because fall term has an extra week because of Thanksgiving break. So essentially, I really like sociology. I don't think Sydney liked it as much as I did because I feel like I liked it because I learned interesting stuff, but also I had an easy professor who made it fun to learn. So in case you do need to take, if you're a Drexel student and you need to take sociology, take Jessica Cohen. She is probably the best sociology professor. And my own personal opinion, like I've had other people talk to me about her, like they had her too, and like everybody loves her. So I would definitely recommend her if you have to take sociology. Well, sociology was one of my gen eds, so I think I might take another sociology class. I know my professor that I just had, Jessica Cohen, she also teaches like a family sociology class, so I might try to take that because I really liked the professor. I also took typography, which in case you don't know what it is, it's like, okay, so in case you're not a design major, there's like different fonts, like everyone knows like Times New Roman, Arial, stuff like that. Typography is just kind of like using that and like figuring out how different typefaces work and just kind of like experimenting with different things. So like we made business cards, we made posters that were strictly just type, like just manipulating type to make it look more interesting. And I thought it was pretty cool. If I can, I'm gonna try to put like my final projects of every single class up here with the exception of sociology, because obviously sociology I don't have like a final, also art history I don't have like a final project, but I'm gonna kind of show you guys like some of my projects. If I can, I'll like put them somewhere on here. But I mean, I really enjoyed type. I had Shushi and she was like, I don't want to say she was like hard, but she definitely like pushes people to like do better work, and I didn't mind that too much. I just like, I got really tired in the class because it was a 3-hour long class, and a lot of the 3-hour long classes, they might let you out like 30 minutes early or so because they know that like you're draining, or like they'll give you a 10-minute break, but we didn't really have a break in her class. It was just like we would do a crit for 2 hours and then we would have to like work for the last hour, which was a little hard to say the least. But I didn't mind the class too much. I have to take type 2 in the winter, so I'm gonna continue, but I'm taking it with a different professor. I think her name's Julia. Yeah, I can let you guys know how she is. And then another class that I had was Computer Imaging 2, which is basically learning Photoshop. My professor was my program director, Bill. I don't know, I really liked him as like a professor because he was kind of sarcastic and he kind of like acts like a dad more than a professor, which I mean, I didn't mind, but it's kind of weird the first day of class, like just like the dynamic, but I liked his class. I liked going. Our final projects were like, we had to make self-portraits. I didn't really like mine, but that's besides the point. Oh, I had visual communication 1, 2, something like that. It was Viscom 1. And I really loved that class. I had Jody, and Jody was probably one of my favorite professors I've like ever had in the graphic design department. She's just like so nice and caring, and you can tell like she's like a mom. That's the best way to describe her. Jody's like the mom of the entire department. I loved her. 100% would recommend her as a professor to take. I also really liked how she like pushed me to do better work. So I would like come in one day and then like the next day I would come in with like a completely different thing. I'd be like, so I completely changed everything, and then she was like, oh, you didn't have to do that, but like, okay, it looks better. And it was just like, I wanted to do it. So I feel like that was nice. And then my last class I took was art history. I had Linda Kim for art history, and I don't want to say it was like that bad. Honestly, like I did well in the class, and you can tell that she's like super passionate just about like her own field of study. Like art history is like her thing, and you can tell that she loves it so much, which I really enjoyed, because there's nothing worse than having a professor that absolutely hates the topic that they're trying to teach you, because then you can tell that they don't like care and like they won't want to help you. But like she would have extra study groups, gave us the 2 essay questions and 30 vocab words, and 10 of the 30 vocab words would be on the exam, and 1 of the 2 essays would be on the exam. But then before the exam actually happened, she would have like a little study session where she would like order pizza, and she would read over everybody's essays. Well, everybody who went, it was not like obligated to go. And then she would tell you how to like fix it, and literally she would tell you how to get an A in her class. So as long as you're taking advantage of what she's like giving to you, you can easily get an A in her class. So I really liked that. But also I want to tell you guys like what my grades are, because we just got our grades in today. Drexel does A's, A pluses, and A minuses, which is really annoying. But essentially, so I got okay, so I got like straight A's, but at Drexel it's not like a 4.0. So I got an A in computer imaging and art history, and then an A minus in sociology, typography, and viscom. So I think I did really well. At most other schools that would be considered a 4.0, but at my school it is not, which is fine. But also another thing I kind of wanted to talk about is like my major. So I know a lot of people second guess their major, and like this is weird, but I'm still in love with my major, and it's sophomore year. I did have like quarter year crisis, I guess that's the best way to call it. I had a quarter year crisis over the summer where I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, like mostly because I like didn't take a lot of classes within my major yet, so I was like not really feeling it, and I was like, I don't really want to do fine arts because we have to get a fine arts minor, and then also like graphic design. Like graphic designers do not make a lot of money for like what they do, which is really annoying, because needless to say, you can do 20 hours of work and get paid for 8 as a graphic design major. So that part really sucks. But then as I started to take classes within my major and I'm like more integrated into the department, I'm like really affirming that like graphic design is definitely my passion. I like it and I still like love it so much, and I don't think I could see myself doing anything else. But then I'm looking at different minors right now, and I'm like all over the place with that, because I want to do marketing because I feel like that would better integrate me with like just like within a company, and I also want to have some form of like a business minor, so that way if I ever did want to go freelancing, I would have like somewhat of like a general knowledge of some of the stuff, because I think you have to take business 101, and I just like want to do it. But then I also want to learn like more coding, so I wanted to do something like that, but it's just like it's hard and stressful. But you don't have to decide what minor you want to do until like senior year. Like you don't have to declare it. So I'm still like working through all my gen eds first before we, like if we have free electives, I'm just gonna take a gen ed until I figure out kind of like where I want to go. And that'll also make it better for me, because when I am a senior, I don't want to be just like getting my gen eds done. I'd rather take free electives. But yeah, so that's where I am right now with it. Still love Drexel. At first, I was kind of iffy about it. I was like, I don't know if it'll be like 100% my cup of tea. Like the co-op program is really weird, going to school year round. I would hate to do that. Looking back at it, I've only been home for like a week or so, and I'm already like, I want to go back, which is weird because everybody else is like, no, 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 like I just want to stay home all the time, like, and just like live comfortably. But the only thing I really like at my house is like, I like having my own room with a lot of space, but then also having a lot of space means I just throw things everywhere and I don't actually like clean it up, versus at school I have like a smaller room and I share it with Sydney, But the thing is like my room is like the walkway essentially. So you have to walk through my side to get to Sydney's side, so I can't leave it dirty all the time. So I have to clean it up, but here I don't because nobody is ever in my room except for me. And then another thing that's like kind of interesting to just like talk about in general is like how to make friends at school, like at college. Like I feel like I want to do like a whole video on it and just kind of like the differences between living in a suite versus living in a traditional style, because I lived in a traditional style my freshman year and I would like definitely recommend that over suite style, like 100%. Know what type of college videos you would like to see me do, because when I get back to school it's gonna be like January and I know that the decision date for a lot of people is May. So I want to do a lot more like college videos between that time, so that way if somebody is deciding between Drexel or a different school, they can get like my input on it. And I also want to try to bring in some of my friends to film with me, so that way you can get another view from them. And also I think it'd be interesting to do a video with like some girls from my sorority, so I might do something like that too. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing any of these types of videos. But I am going to, before this video is over, I'm gonna do my bath bomb of the day. I don't know if I'm doing this right because I'm going like in order and I don't really understand how like the 12 days of Christmas works. So I don't know, I feel like you should go backwards, right? Like you should start at 12 and then when you get down to 1 it should be like, oh, so it's 12 days until Christmas and then 1 day, like, you know? But I've just been going in order because the song like on the first day of Christmas and then they only got like one thing, versus the 12th day they got a lot. I don't know if that makes any sense, but essentially here's the bath bomb. Ooh, this one smells so good. It's like a galaxy looking color. I don't know if my camera will focus. It's like try to focus on my face and not on the bath bomb. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's kind of like random, but I didn't want to skip a day of Vlogmas, and I also wanted to like talk to you guys just about like how my last term went. I think it went really well. Fall term is always the most stressful term for me, just because with sorority recruitment, which takes over, oh my gosh, don't even get me started about how much time sorority recruitment takes up out of my life. Like, just in general, it just took up so much time. And then I also got a little Allie, who I love so much, but going on like big little dates was a lot of stuff. And then just like big little week was a lot too. And then my birthday was thrown in there. And then there's that weird time period where it's like Thanksgiving, then I go back for a week and then I come back here, and it's just like kind of everywhere. So I always, like, my worst grades are always fall term. Like, even looking back through my grades right now, it's just like I do worse fall term than I do any other term. So it's gonna be exciting to see how the rest of the year goes, because I did get straight A's this term, so maybe I'll get like better, like a better GPA, like less A minuses, more A pluses, but I don't think so, because next term I'm gonna be taking all classes within my major. So I'm gonna have 5 3-hour-long classes, and I'm pulling up my schedule so I can tell you guys like which classes I have. So I have Visual Communications 2, and Web Graphics, Typography 2, Figure Drawing, and Intermediate Photography. So on Tuesdays, I literally have classes from 12:30 to 9:20 with no breaks in between. So it's gonna be a little bit of a stressful time, but also winter term is just hard because it gets dark really early, and having night classes during winter term kind of sucks. But thank God a lot of my classes are gonna be like near the building that I live in, so hopefully it's just gonna be like me not running everywhere, just kind of like going around my building. And then I also have Fridays off, so granted I'm gonna be stressed out during the week. I have that extra day off. There was only one term at Drexel that I actually had classes on Fridays, because a lot of the Westfall majors don't have classes on Fridays unless it is a gen ed, but I don't this term, which is really exciting. Yeah, I also want to visit some friends this term at college, because winter term is kind of the most sad term, and nothing really ever goes on over the weekends or anything, so I want to try to visit my friends and make some weekend trips, but I'll make sure to vlog those, that way I have some fun content mixed in with my college videos that I will be filming. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys are really enjoying Vlogmas. I know, like, just looking at the comments and everything, it seems like it's kind of like more positive, so hopefully that's a good thing. Thanks so much for watching. I have to get out my laundry, put it all away, get ready for work, edit this video and leave. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow when I'm done with work and hopefully not dying. Alright, bye.